Okay, hello everyone. It's been a while since I videoed, but it is so windy here right now, so if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll die down a little bit. I'm currently in the garden in the tomato patch, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm working with. This is probably my last or second to last tomato picking of the year. I kind of let everything go a little bit. We went on vacation and then I came back and made 2 big batches of pasta sauce with the tomatoes that I had in the freezer. I had over 80 pounds of tomatoes in the freezer, so I used all of those. And I just finished the last from the batch that I had in the freezer yesterday, and I did some crushed tomatoes. I wanted to do diced tomatoes, but I think I let them defrost a little too long. I think I let them defrost a little too long. And so they turned into more of a crushed tomato, but it's okay, it worked out. And I think they'll cook up just the same in like chilies and soups and things. But let me turn the camera around. And this is what I'm working with. Don't mind our Twisted Tea cans that the kids were shooting their BBs at. But this is what I'm working with. The weeds are so bad right now. I've just kind of let them take over. I stopped trying to fight it and I got really overwhelmed. Like I said, I got really overwhelmed. I'm currently in school right now. I'm taking 3 classes and I'm trying to just finish my degree. And so I'm working full-time. I'm in school 3/4 time, and then I also am trying to run my household and take care of kids and keep us all alive and bathed at night and everything like that. So those of you who have kids or who live this lifestyle know that it can get so overwhelming at times. So right now I'm just going through the last of my patch because the guilt is getting to me and I just can't let it sit any longer. So I'm going to pick whatever I can from all of these. Even if they're not super ripe, I'm going to lay them out on my table and let them ripen. And then I'm going to go through and I'm actually going to pick the weeds around these peppers and harvest what I can of these peppers. Michael kind of wants to dry some peppers and make like pepper flakes. So I need to look up how to do that. I've never done that before. I've never dehydrated anything past like tomato skins and herbs. So I need to look into that. And yeah, it's just turning to fall so quickly here. As you can tell behind me, my corn looks so much like fall. It's seeded out and it's all dying off. But it's really like in the 60s, like medium, mid 60s, the past probably 2 weeks or so in Ohio, in the greater Cincinnati area, and it's getting chilly at night and it's staying dark in the mornings. Like it's dark my whole drive to work and it's dark when I get inside the building at work, and I'm just like, this happens so fast. Like in a matter of 14 days it's fall, it feels like. So, and I haven't gotten any decorations. I haven't done anything. Like, I don't know, I've been just really overwhelmed. So I'm trying to catch up. So I'm gonna do this really quick. I'm gonna pick through my garden, and then I have to get in the shed and get some clothes out for Arlo, some more winter warmer clothes that we had given to us that were in bigger sizes. So I just put them in totes in the shed. So I have to get in there. I actually have to organize my shed at some point. I usually do it once a year and I haven't gotten in there yet to do that. It needs done so bad, and I've been saying I'm gonna wait for better weather, and it's better weather now and I haven't done it yet. So anyway, that's an update on what's going on right now. I'm going to pick through this tomato patch and hopefully I can salvage a decent amount. I'm hoping to make one more batch of pasta sauce. And well, Michael wants diced tomatoes, which I don't think will be a problem because I do still have tomatoes in the freezer, but they are mostly Romas. I only did 1 batch of salsa this year, which I think You are so lucky you didn't puncture your tire. Oh my God. Ashlyn just ran over a deer antler with her 4-wheeler and she had the Lord on her side because I thought her tire was gonna bust. Anyway, I'd like to make one more batch of pasta sauce Michael wants diced tomatoes, which I think will be accomplishable. I don't know if that's a word, but anyway, hopefully with these tomatoes that I get from this picking, I can use for diced tomatoes, because I don't know if I can actually accomplish doing diced tomatoes with tomatoes that I've already frozen. I've been freezing them because it's so easy to take the skins off once they're frozen, but I've been finding it difficult to dice them after they defrost. So I think I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way and just blanch them, skin them, dice them, because he doesn't like the skins on them. We did them with the skins last year and raw packed them, and neither him or I really liked the product that turned out. But I also really like that after they're frozen, when they defrost, the water, the excess water that's in the tomato comes out as it's defrosting. So I appreciate that, because I feel like you get a better product. You get mostly tomato instead of a bunch of tomato juice that either has to cook off, or when you're doing diced tomatoes specifically, I feel like you get a lot of water and not a lot of tomato. So I don't know. I might just decide to do all crushed tomatoes, so we'll see. Okay guys, I did a terrible job of videoing. I actually forgot that I was still doing this vlog when I got home. So let me show you what I harvested yesterday. Tomato wise, this is everything plus the tote, which is about halfway full. So I just have, let me zoom you out. I just have this set up here. I have a cutting board. I'm gonna cut all of these tomatoes that are decently ready and ripe. Hey, quit. Sorry, the dog has something he shouldn't have, but I'm gonna core these, cut the bad spots out, and I'm going to bag them all up and freeze them, because I have no interest in canning tomatoes today. Whatever is still left over, I'm going to try and let those do their thing until about Friday or Saturday, and then I'll do diced tomatoes, probably fresh rather than frozen. So this frozen batch will more than likely be for pasta sauce, one more round of pasta sauce, or tomato soup. And then I would like to do, probably with my Romas, I'll do one more batch of salsa. Maybe. I might add them to the tomato soup. I don't know. We'll see. Okay guys, this is the aftermath. I did most of, sorry, I feel like I needed a really deep breath. I did most of the tomatoes that I saw that were ripe on the table. There obviously is still some left, but I felt like it wasn't enough to fill a full 5-pound bag. Gallon Ziploc bag. But when I weigh these, they usually come out to about 5 pounds per gallon bag. So even if it's a little bit less, that's okay, because I don't know, it doesn't have to be exact. So anywhere from 4 to 6 pounds is what I can usually fit in these bags. I have 2 bags of Romas that are those 2, and then I have 3 bags of just regular Rutgers. So I'm going to take these and put these in my freezer now, and then probably this weekend I'll make another batch of pasta sauce. Okay y'all, I came out here to my, let me zoom you out. I came out here to my fall garden. I've got cabbage. In the middle here, I've got broccoli and cauliflower. I can't remember which one is which. And then on the end, I have Brussels sprouts. But I just wanted to show you guys out here. I've come out here to pick these worms. Now, I haven't done this once. So, I wanted to show you guys these worms on here. There's one. And I just pick them off and stab them with my finger, throw them out. I don't know if there's a better way to do so, but I have sprayed these plants. Here's another one. I have sprayed these plants 2 times, and you're really not supposed to spray them more than that in the season. So because of that, I have been just coming out here and actually hand picking the worms every day, every other day or so, because they are really taking their liberties on my cabbage plants. And as you can tell, they've really recovered. They had a lot of bug damage in the beginning, especially these Brussels sprouts, but they've really recovered. and they're doing really good. But I've just been going across the rows like this, so I just did that cabbage plant. I'm gonna go ahead and check these. I think these are broccolis, but believe it or not, these are getting the worms too, so I'm just trying to check them all over really thoroughly. I got them about 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. I went through them really thoroughly, and then I don't know if it was yesterday. I don't think yesterday I bothered with them, but it was the day before yesterday. I just kind of did a once over, and I obviously didn't do the best job because today, at least on my cabbage, I found quite a few. And the key is to look for the little poopies that they leave behind, all that black stuff. I don't know if y'all can see in there, but all those black little pebbles, there's the small little worm that's the culprit right there. I don't know if you can tell, right there. So I'm gonna just pick him off here. Usually if there's poop, there will be a worm. I see one on here, I think. Nope, that's just the plant. They do a good job of disguising themselves. That is for sure, because a lot of times I can't see them until they start moving. So, sorry if y'all can't hear me. The baby loves to go on rides, so Ashlyn always takes him on rides when she's here. I don't see any on this guy. But they're actually doing really good, so yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. I've been going through and just hand picking them because there's just too many to keep up with, and they don't care about the spray that I'm spraying, so might as well just quit spraying it. Wasting the money and the effort. I'll just come out here and pick them. So there it is, fall crop. Okay guys, I'm walking through the garden and I just wanted to show you, I had left a bunch of this okra on the plant because I honestly just got really overwhelmed. I honestly had no idea how much I would actually produce. I think some of this I could still pick, the smaller pods, but I left this so that it could go to seed, and these 2 pods are really on their way. Don't mind my weeds, but these pods are actually ready to be harvested today. They are dry enough. They have to be completely bone dry on the plant before you can harvest them for seed harvesting. I think these are bone dry on the plant. I mean, that's pretty freaking dry. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it since the stem isn't dry, but this is not ready yet. As you can tell, it's still green down here. And when I feel it, there's still some resistance. So I'm just gonna leave those, but oh no, I just broke a pepper off my pepper plant. Oh, that stressed me out. But my plant is okay. I actually weeded around these the other day. But there's some over here that are starting to split. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm excited to harvest seeds this year. I've never harvested seeds, so this will be my first year trying that. And I think that's actually all the okra that's ready, that's starting to go dry out to go to seed. These plants, these pepper plants, I loved this year. These are garden salsa peppers, similar to a jalapeno, but I think they have a better taste. And I actually didn't realize that I had 3 garden salsa pepper plants this year. So I definitely have decided I'm going to save seeds from those. And then this is a shishito pepper plant. This was broken down by my dog, and I didn't think it would come back, and it made a comeback. And then these are my jalapenos. I don't know why this one's turning purple. So if you guys know, let me know, because I'm quite curious about it. I'm going to pick some of these bigger, juicier ones, and I think I'm actually going to dry these in the smoker because I use that as sort of a dehydrator because I don't have a dehydrator and it works better than my oven. that's all I'm going to harvest of those today. I think I'm going to harvest this banana pepper, and I think that's it. Maybe this one and this one too. That one's a big one. And accidentally harvested one of these. I think they're called like manicotti or something like that. They're just long. They're like bell peppers but long. And then all my tomatoes that I have gone through and picked over. I just want to go over and check my raised bed, and then I'm pretty much done checking on the garden for today. After that, it's so peaceful today. Windy and feels like fall. The past like 2 days it's really felt a lot like fall. My basil's dying out, which is really sad. It's actually really sad. It must be frosting if it's doing that. I need to use some of this basil and parsley this weekend, really, for pasta sauce. My last batch of pasta sauce. I think these carrots still have quite a while to go. I actually don't see any of them popping out of the surface at all yet. They do look like they're getting large. You want mommy? Hello everyone. Don't mind my appearance. I have not colored my roots in weeks, and I can't decide if I'm going to or if I'm just gonna try and live it with it like this and let it grow out to my natural color. My natural color, I think, has gotten lighter over the past few years because I never used to have this kind of like root show. But yeah, it's bad. So I'm just updating you. It is Saturday. I'm kind of exhausted right now. Arlo has learned how to get out of his crib. He's actually known how, which wasn't a big deal. But last night, for the first time, he got out of his crib at like 12:30 a.m. in the middle of the night, and came walking into our bedroom for the first time ever. So I tried to put him in bed with me, but he has never been the kind of kid that will just sleep with you. Like, we could never co-sleep. I'm sure, like, if I really instilled it, I mean, I guess it could have been a thing, but, like, he used to sleep on me when he was a baby, but he never would sleep in the bed with me. He always was way more comfortable independently sleeping in his crib. But for some reason, he's 19 months now, and he has decided just yesterday that he wants to be awake. He wants to be with us, and it's usually not a big deal at all. Like, normally I wouldn't care, but he's 19 months, and you have to watch him very carefully, and my house is a mess right now, and I can't get anything done. I can't clean. I can't do all the things that I was planning to do this weekend, which was make tomato sauce or tomato soup, pasta sauce, diced tomatoes. Not that I won't be accomplishing those things. I'm going to try my best to accomplish all of it, because tomorrow's Sunday. I still have another weekend day, so I'm not like completely disheartened, but I am frustrated because so today, this morning, I woke up bright and early. I should have videoed some of it. I woke up bright and early, went to my parents' house, and we went to this farm that's down the street from my mom and dad's house, and we looked at pumpkins, and we bought apples and apple cider. Excuse me, all the fall things. So we did that, and I gave them some surprising news that I will be sharing with you guys here soon. And we just had a really good day. And then on my way home, I had to make a stop for more jars. I needed more quart jars for pasta sauce and diced tomatoes. I still have some quart jars, but I just felt like I didn't have enough. So I picked up jars for that. And then, oh, and I want to can apple pie filling this weekend too. So I had to get jars for that. So all they had at the Walmart near me was 2 cases of quart jars. One was wide mouth and one was regular mouth. If you hear that noise, it is this chair that I'm sitting in. It's it's like a swing, I guess, like a, I don't know, whatever, a crocheted chair. It used to be my sister's, and so my parents dropped it off here a couple weeks ago, and I've really been enjoying sitting in this chair in the evenings in the fall with this new nice weather. So sorry if that, guys, I can't, I'm so tired. Sorry if that noise bothers you, but I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I had to stop and get jars. Then I had to stop and pick up some prescriptions for Michael because he is not feeling good, so he had a teledoc appointment. Which, let me just pause and take a break and say I'm so grateful for the fact that you can literally do doctor's appointments over the phone now. Like, how amazing that we've gotten to this point in society where you don't have to make a doctor's appointment and go out of the house when you don't feel good just to get medicine. How amazing. So he did teledoc, which is covered with our insurance. And then, so I picked up his prescriptions, and then Arlo asked for French fries, and he really hadn't eaten much today. So I did decide to go through Mickey D's for something quick because I was nervous that he was going to go to sleep when we came home. So I wanted to get some food in his stomach before that. But then we got home and he got like a second wind, and he has not slept but 30 minutes all day long. So last night he was up from 12:30 until 3:30 in the morning. And then I woke us up at like 7:30, and we left, well, I woke up at 7:30, and then Arlo, I got him up around 8:30, and we left right after he woke up. And so yeah, it's been a long day. But when I came home, I have been just playing with Arlo outside because he loves being outside. He does not like to stay inside and play inside. He's just not that kind of kid. So that makes it really hard for me to get the things done that I need to get done. And I find myself like saying, oh my gosh, I can't wait till he gets a little bit older and doesn't have to be like so supervised. Well, I guess that would be quite a bit older. I have quite a few years before I get to that point, and then I feel bad for like wishing that it'll be that at that point already. Like, I think once I get there, I'm going to be so sad. That time has passed so fast. It's such a bittersweet thing. It's like you wish for more independence, you wish for them to be more self-sufficient, and you wish for that freedom to do the things that you really need to do. But then once you get that, it's like you're grateful for it, but it's so bittersweet because you miss when they needed you more. I don't know. Parenthood, motherhood is such a thing. So anyway, I have defrosted tomatoes, and that means that I need to do something with them. We're down to the wire. I cannot wait anymore. I have tomatoes in a pot in the kitchen. The only reason I'm not filming this inside is because it's not as quiet in there, and I do have the TV going, and I honestly couldn't find the remote to pause it. So here we go. Or here we are, not here we go. But I think I'm going to start a batch of pasta sauce with those tomatoes that I have inside the house. I have more defrosted tomatoes out here. Let's see. I defrosted probably, I know that I put 25 or 30 pounds into the pot that I have inside. I have another 25 pounds that I defrosted with those that I have in the pot. So I think I defrosted about 50 pounds. I took them out of the freezer last night. I defrosted about 50 pounds. So then I just opened the big freezer earlier and took out whatever I had processed with you guys in this video that you're seeing. that was a couple days ago when I had processed those freezer bags. And then I still have tomatoes left on the table that have now ripened that will be for diced tomatoes, and I will be doing those tomorrow. So I have a lot to do. And although I'm so exhausted and frustrated because I'm exhausted, I think it's going to be one of those later nights, which is sad for me, but it just is what it is at this point. And I think what's bothering me is the fact that my house isn't clean, and I haven't been able to clean because I have a little munchkin following behind me, making everything dirty again once I clean it. So if you guys have any suggestions about that, let me know, because it's frustrating to clean your house. And I know this is toddlerhood. Like, I am fairly realistic about this. Like, don't think that I'm expecting him to, like, completely respect all of the household cleanliness. Like, I get it. Kids are kids, but it is frustrating that I feel like everything that I try to accomplish, he's like wanting to get into it. So I try to just redirect him with toys, and usually that works, but I feel like it's just really overwhelming and gives me anxiety to have to constantly be like watching him as I'm trying to clean what I'm trying to clean. So that forces me to like clean after he goes to sleep. But now we have this issue where he's not wanting to go to sleep. He's currently in my bedroom with Michael watching a movie. So I'm going to go inside. I'm going to take my anxiety medicine and some allergy medicine because I'm so stuffy. And then I'm going to get to work. And I think I might actually clean first so that I feel better about my environment. And then, I'm going to finish taking the skins off of the tomatoes that I have in the pot because they should just slip out. I might put the ingredients for the pasta sauce into the pasta sauce first, and then I will then I'll probably clean, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the tomatoes that are completely defrosted in here or out here. So I think I'm going to do one batch of pasta sauce, one batch of tomato soup. And then I have enough to do another batch of something else, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I know all the Roma tomatoes that I have, I was going to do another batch of salsa because I have everything for it, so I might as well. But I'm so bad about salsa recipes. I made a salsa this year already, and it was so good, and I can't remember what recipe I used. I need to go in my browser on my phone and see if I still have it open, because I didn't write it down, and I regret that because it's really good. But yeah, I need to go pick some basil really quick and some parsley so I can use those in my pasta sauce. And I need to get moving. I'm just tired. I really just feel like doing nothing, which I think is a symptom of my body right now. It's just life right now. It's just a thing that I'm trying to overcome. So every day has kind of been like that. And I was so excited to be productive this weekend. And then I think I kind of tired myself out going to my parents. But then what was even more exhausting is the fact that my child has been awake all day long. Which for a mom who's used to a child having at least like an hour to 2 hour nap during the day, and then him promptly going to sleep at 6, 7, even 8 o'clock, I usually don't mind if he goes to sleep at 8 o'clock. That still gives me like an hour or two to get things done that I need to get done at night before I go to bed. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I actually get that tonight, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. And then lastly, before I go inside, I wanted to show you guys this beautiful sunset. We had a beautiful sunset yesterday too, and I took pictures of it, but look how darn pretty that looks. It is just beautiful. Oops, that was way too far zoomed in, sorry. Just wanted to show you guys how pink it is. I love it. Alright, back in the house I go. Before I go inside, I was just going to show you guys that I switched all my tomatoes over to this tote because I had them on top of the freezer and it made the freezer dirty. So these on the bottom are all defrosted from yesterday. This one bag is frozen and then this bucket is frozen. And I just took those frozen ones out earlier today. So that's what we're working with. Hello. Okay, so I know I said I was going to do the pasta sauce first. But I walked in my house and I physically could not focus on anything other than my house. So I just did a really quick tidy, and this is your official sign to clean up your mess. If it's bothering you so much that you can't accomplish what you need to accomplish, clean your mess, girlfriend. So that's what I did. I came in, I cleaned up my mess, and now I'm ready to go. I'm going to put my gloves on and I'm going to finish skinning these tomatoes, and I'm going to film it for you so you can see what I'm doing. But let me flip the camera around and show you what's going on. So this big pot is my water bath canner, and I just took it outside, and because it was a messy situation, let me zoom you out. It was a messy situation outside where I was defrosting these tomatoes. I had set them out on top of the freezer. We'll never do that again. I remember when I was doing it, I was like, probably shouldn't do this, but I did it anyway. And then these are the ones that I skinned before I had to deal with Arlo and realized I could not accomplish this. Hold on, let me get a spoon. I think there's a piece of something right there that oh, no, it's fine. It's just a piece of tomato. So these are the ones that have been skinned. These are my skins. I have plans on dehydrating these, and we'll see how far we get. So stay tuned. But I'm going to figure out how I can film this to where you can see what I'm doing. I'll probably place you guys over there, like on my butter container or something of the likes, so you can watch what I'm doing. And I'm going to press play on my show. I am watching NCIS. And there's me. Oh, look at my cute little, these are my fall slippers. Found them at Target. Super cute. And, yeah. Okay guys, I have peeled all of my tomatoes. Here are all of my peels, and they're warming up in the pot right now. I wrote down all of my ingredients so that I could put them in with you guys. Also, if you have any interest in this recipe, I found a recipe a couple years ago and just have kind of adapted it, which you can do as well, but I can put in the description what I put in here. So it says 5 onions, 4 bell peppers, Now, I did not cut up any bell peppers. I still have peppers that I diced from last year that were in the freezer, or maybe it was 2 years ago, that were in the freezer that I have not used and should have used by now, but I did not. So, I used those, and it's cool because I actually used, they're not diced, I used a food processor, and I actually made them way too small, which is why I haven't used them in recipes, because they are just, they kind of are mushy. They're not, like, you can't stir fry them. There's no substance to them, really. It's just really liquidy. I'll show you. This is the frozen brick of peppers, and I don't know if you can kind of see, but there's little pieces here and there, but they're really small. They're not diced. I wouldn't call that diced. They're just really small. So anyway, they're perfect. They are, let me set you up, sorry. They're perfect for pasta sauce because you don't have to blend them up as much. So I'm going to add all these ingredients. What did I say? 5 onions, 4 bell peppers, 4 cans of tomato paste, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Now I know the soy sauce sounds weird, but it brings out the tomato flavor a lot. 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. If you don't want to, sorry, I know I'm skipping around. If you don't want to do soy sauce, you could do coconut aminos, or you could just cut the amount in it. You don't have to put a full 1/4 cup, but it does help with the taste. It gives it like that, I don't even know, I think people call that umami flavor. It's like really savory. So 2/3 a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of salt, which I'm going to use kosher salt, 10 cloves of garlic, 3 tablespoons of oregano, 3 tablespoons of basil. I don't have the oregano, and I had some in my last batch, and I don't think I've ordered any since then, so I don't have oregano, but it's fine. You can substitute. This recipe is so adaptable. 3 tablespoons of basil, 2 teaspoons of red pepper flakes, and 2 bay leaves. Now, my last recipe, I did garlic, oregano, and basil, and parsley from the garden. Today we'll just be doing basil and parsley. I am going to actually walk outside and pick it, even though it's dark. I have no interest in using my dried basil. I'd rather save that for over the winter because I don't have that much to work with. Yeah, so I'm going to put all these ingredients in, and I will show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. Guys, I didn't pause my TV show, sorry, but I just had the biggest freak out moment with this onion. It's growing roots, but I freaked out for a second and really thought they were worms because I'm so in the habit right now of picking worms out of my fall garden that anything squiggly like that is freaking me out lately. So anyway, I'm going to cut these up. I'm probably going to do 4 onions, not 5. So I need to go get another one. But I'm going to cut these up, and I literally only cut them into 4s and then put them into the sauce because I blend it up anyway. Also mentioned to you guys that the recipe that I have followed for whatever, the past couple years, the original recipe said to use white onion, but I always sub white onion for Vidalia or sweet onions because I think that they have a better taste, and my family tends to notice them less because the kids and Michael don't really like onion very much, so these are a good compromise. Okay guys, so this is my pasta sauce after I have mixed everything in, and this is now going to cook down and thicken. The only thing that I didn't have was tomato paste, because that's not usually something that I'm good about stocking in my kitchen. But it's not a big deal at all because I don't even think this is going to be finished cooking tonight. It's now 9 o'clock, so I'm probably going to cook it down until I go to sleep, and then I will turn it off and just put the lid on it. And then I will start cooking it as soon as I wake up in the morning. And it should still be warm when I wake up, which is not a big deal. So